Signs of an impending volcanic eruption. Hello everybody, we're here to inform you about the signs of an impending volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruptions are usually often preceded by days, weeks, months, or years of warning activity, reflecting magma movement or pressurization, particularly for volcanoes that haven't erupted in centuries or longer. Every volcano is unique, and the factors that determine if an eruption will occur, how large it will be, what risks will be present, and what areas will be affected are intricate. A volcano may undergo low level unrest that lasts for weeks or months but does not result in an eruption. Let's start with the signs. The first sign of a potential eruption is an increase in seismic activity. Earthquakes occur because of the movement of magma beneath the surface of the volcano. If seismometer detect a sudden increase in earthquakes, especially shallow ones, then this could be a sign that magma is moving through the volcano and may erupt. Here is an example.
Sign is the detection of gases such as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide in the air near the volcano. These types of gases are emitted from volcanic vents and fumaroles, and their presence above the volcano means that magma is close to the surface. Here is an example. Changes in ground deformation can also signal an impending eruption. Volcanoes often swell before an eruption due to an increase in pressure from magma moving into a chamber below the surface. This causes deformation of the land surface, which can be measured using various techniques such as laser scanning or satellite radar interferometry. An example.
What exactly is volcanic hazard map? Volcanic hazard maps are visual, geospatial representations of areas that could be impacted by various volcanic phenomena during or after an eruption. They are designed to communicate a wide range of hazard information to those at risk or those in charge of managing those at risk. Volcanic hazard maps communicate information about a suite of hazards including tephra or ashfall, lava flows, pyroclastic density currents, lahars or volcanic mud flows, and debris avalanches or volcanic landslide.
Volcano hazard maps should not be interpreted as a prediction of the location and timing of future volcanic eruption. Instead, they show the type, extent, and magnitude of potential damage that could result from eruption in a particular area. Volcanic hazard maps shows the possible distribution of volcanic hazards. They do not tell if or when an eruption will occur. Different methods are used to evaluate the distribution and magnitude of volcanic hazard, depending on the characteristic of each volcano. It reflects our current understanding of volcanoes and their eruptions. In areas where there may be more than one volcanoes, a map may show hazards for only one volcano or for the combined hazard from nearby volcanoes. Because new data are continually being obtained from monitoring networks, research, and other studies, maps may need to be revised in the future as our knowledge about volcano increases.
Volcanic hazard maps can be used to identify sites that are safe from volcanic hazards and sites that might be affected by one or more types of volcanic activity. The maps also help land managers decide how best to use or restrict access to land near a volcano in order to reduce the risk to people and property. Volcano hazards vary greatly with time. ranging from very low levels of activity to major eruptions. These variations are reflected in the color coding of the hazard zones on the map, which indicate the level of threat associated with each volcano at any particular time. There are four hazard zones on this map. First, volcanoes with no or very small recorded activity. Second, active volcanoes which show signs of unrest but where current activity is unlikely to threaten lives or property. Third, active volcanoes undergoing episodes of eruptive activity that could affect local populations and infrastructure. The last one, active volcanoes undergoing major eruptive episodes that could affect international aviation and affect populations and infrastructure beyond the volcano itself. By simply knowing the signs of an impending volcano and having the knowledge on how to interpret hazard maps could make significant changes. By observing these signs, by observing these signs,
Some may think that knowing all of these are pointless or just a waste of time, when in fact this information could save thousand lives.
Volcanoes can have large impact on the world if they are not predicted and prepared for.
An example is one of the most famous volcanic eruptions in history was that of Pompeii in 79 AD. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius buried the town and its people under pyroclastic flows and ash, killing an estimated 200,000 people. This was a devastating loss of life that could have been avoided if it had been properly predicted. By simply knowing the signs of an impending volcano eruption and having the knowledge on how to interpret hazard maps could make significant changes.
Volcanoes can strike without warning at any time, so it's important to know how to recognize when one will erupt.
By observing these signs and knowing how to interpret hazard maps, it is possible to predict an eruption and prepare for it.